It's not very often, Danny, when we do these shows out and about, that we have a celebrity in our midst, that we have a professional athlete who stops through to watch the program. But today I'm sitting here and I notice a familiar face, and Andi Sullivan of our very successful Washington Spirit professional soccer team that was just in the championship game is hanging out at Pupatella Pizza.
What's up,
and
guys?
I said, therefore we are
Winning off the field?
winning off the field. Andi, what's up? First of all, I asked you, I said, have you been to Pupatella before? You're like, oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
This place is pretty awesome.
It's the best. It's actually my birthday tomorrow, so coming here to celebrate with my husband and a treat to be here with you guys.
Well, happy birthday, first of all.
Thank you.
Second of all, as a professional athlete, how often are you going, let me just eat my weight in pizza? That doesn't happen much, right?
Maybe more often than I should admit.
Okay, fair enough. Yep.
But especially post-game, all I want is a big old pizza, so.
Good move. So we got in this year as a city on the Washington Spirit. The last couple of years, so many people have come out and seen you guys. I can't believe the atmosphere at Audi Field. I'm a big fan of the DC Defenders, so I go out there. It's pretty raucous. I know, obviously, this year you were dealing with the injury and didn't get to be a part of the parade to the championship game, but it's become the thing to do, it feels like, over in the Navy Yard right now.
Absolutely, and I think although I was out for the year with injury and pregnancy, to be able to experience what it's like as a fan was such a unique opportunity for me, because normally I'm on the field, and obviously it's still so fun on the field, but it was cool to just have that different perspective on it, and I can see why people want to come every week.
Did it make it a little bit easier? By the way, Danny, she's the cutest little 6-month-old baby over there in Aduna. Did it make it easier for you having to watch? Like, I'd imagine as an athlete, when you're injured, your team's going to the championship, that could be you out there, that's hard. But you're like, well, I'm kind of doubly out. I've got the baby as well. It's not just the injury that I'm dealing with. That's got to make it, I'd say, a little easy.
Never easy, but I think both. We were obviously in the championship last year as well, and I missed that, and then this year. So it was tough to be at the championship 2 years in a row and not available 2 years in a row. But like you said, being out 2 times over is like, oh, I really can't play, and I'm not close yet. But looking forward to being back on the field this season.
This is a potentially terrible question.
Okay, hit me.
And I wasn't sure if I was going to ask it, but I was like, you know what? Let me just do it.
You're comfortable now. Now we're friends.
I don't
We've
know.
known Andi for like 3 minutes.
We shared a slice of pizza.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like this is one of those where like an angry blogger's going to be like, what an insensitive and terrible question. Like, we should smack him in the face. Maybe they said it, maybe they don't. But here's something I actually legitimately want to ask about. So my son plays club soccer, right? And it's a really big club organization. They're awesome. They do such a great thing. And one, we couldn't go, but these boys, had a let's go to the Spirit game type thing, right? We did DC United, watch them lose like 71-0 or something like that to Philadelphia. I wasn't
It's
sure.
always Philadelphia.
Well, I wasn't sure they knew when the game was. DC United looked like they were just sort of there to make sure there was like a couple obstacles, like it was training for Philadelphia. But we went to that one in the pouring rain, and we couldn't go, unfortunately. We had a conflict. But like a whole bunch of boys went. Is that meaningful at all? That like it's not just a yay girls and girl power thing. It was like everyone's into it. I feel like that's pretty cool, but I know nothing, and I apologize if that's
I'm actually writing the blog about how much I hate you right now.
I feel like I'm now in the line of fire. I thought it was neat, and I'm sorry.
No, I
or
think
I'm
it's
happy.
very
I don't know
cool.
what I am.
I think it's very cool. I think women's sports for a long time it's been very much like, oh, I have daughters, and it's like, no, this is something that everyone enjoys: boys, girls, kids, adults, families, grandparents, singles, whatever. Everyone is welcome, and I think you feel that at the stadium. And we always love to get new fans who weren't interested in it before, and then they come and then they're hooked, and that's the cool thing about sport. So I don't think insensitive.
That's what I'm
and
talking about.
Keep it going.
Great question, Danny.
Make sure you guys quote that part in your hate blogs about Danny. World Cup's coming up.
Yeah.
This is going to be very fun. Now, I will say, your boy was looking at some of those prices on tickets. I don't know if I'm going to get to any of those games. Looks like maybe I'll be watching at a sports bar.
I'll be watching comfortably.
But I wonder, as a professional soccer player, just something like this that means so much to the country, how much you'll get into it.
Yeah, I mean, the World Cup is always so exciting, and it's great to watch it kind of on your own time zone, just with different locations in the past. But yeah, I think hearing about the ticket prices is a little bit of a bummer, just because I think soccer is such an accessible sport, and that's been an emphasis, and it doesn't seem like it's trending that way this World Cup, but hopefully we can still get a lot of people into it.
Presumably, forgive my ignorance, have you played in that venue in Kansas City It's like the first kind of female-only professional.
Yes.
So we drove past it. We were there for Arrowhead Stadium.
Gorgeous.
Commanders Chiefs.
What a stadium that is.
It's a 10 out of 10. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
It's all lit up at night right off that bridge. Also, it's where they're filming Ted Lasso right now.
Oh.
And I'm a big Ted Lasso guy. There's a new season dropping. But that looks like the preeminent stadium. I know Audi Field's pretty incredible, but it's what a thing for the league that you're starting to have these pop-up, pretty amazing soccer-only type venues.
Yeah, incredible. Kansas City did a really great job with that, with their stadium and with their training facility, and I think that's the direction every team is going to be going.
You're part of this generation now of soccer players where it's like you were born and raised in this, like playing at one of the highest levels we got, right? Same with Team USA. We've heard that golden generation thing so many times over, and it's like you're right in that kind of group. What's been different now about coming up in the U.S. versus used to be, okay, I'm 16, I'm good enough, I got to drop out of school and go to Florence or go somewhere else around the world. It now feels like it's good enough here to develop, and now there's more and more players being produced, hopefully to compete at the highest level.
Yeah, I think there's so many soccer hotbeds across the U.S., and it just seems like everywhere is becoming a soccer hotbed, and being able to connect different generations of training together, playing together. We talked about different stadiums and facilities and clubs and all these things. Everything's just growing to give more opportunities for people to play more often, and it's just taking off, and I love to see it.
Andi Sullivan of the Washington Spirit. Now, I'm over in the Lorton area.
I am familiar with the Lorton area.
You're a South County Stallion, I believe.
I am.
You had to be one of the first classes at South County, I would imagine. But when I grew up, Lorton was like, oh, the prison's over there.
Yep.
That's all anyone ever said.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm from Lorton, and they're
still
like, oh,
kinda
the
do
prison.
that.
Yeah.
It's long gone.
Yes, the workhouse.
It-
right?
exactly.
I've got stand up there a bunch of times. Yeah.
I went and saw you do stand up.
that's right.
There's like some really cool stuff over there.
I've
And
seen stand up there. I wonder if I've seen you
you
there.
probably saw him.
Sounds like I was really memorable. Back to you.
But there's like literally apartments that are like in the jail cells. It's the weirdest. Like
It is weird.
And people are paying so much money. There's like $1 million houses right there. But Lorton coming up,
Lorton.
making moves, right?
Maybe I got to move back.
That's right. But South County is where you went to high school?
Yep, I loved it. It was a great experience.
Very cool. A Stallion with us. Well, thank you very much for the time. You never know when you come out to Pupatella Pizza who
Good
you will see.
dropping, Andi Sullivan.
Ladies and
Good
gentlemen.
dropping.
Thank
Andy hanging out with
done.
us. Washington Spirit. Go check him out at Audi